Hello everybody, my name's Shalise. Welcome everybody to my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2 review. Here's the thing everybody, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2 is it's a much better season than Season 1. Season 1 you had to introduce the characters, it was the first season, they didn't have a lot of character plot lines. This one, we got a better villain. Lord Zedd's here. Lord Zedd kicks Rita's ass to the curb, he puts her in freaking space, he's in charge, and the look of his character when I first saw him as a kid always shocked me. I just thought he was the ultimate evil, and to this day, it still is a cool design. So when I'm rewatching the series, I really like the beginning. He really feels like a threat to the Power Rangers. He feels like a threat, and that's one thing that Rita never really ever truly felt like. She never really felt like a threat. The first 3 episodes deals with the Rangers losing their Zords and getting new getting a new Thunderzord Megazord, and which is pretty dang cool. Then after that, the next, 11 episodes, 4 through 11 is, all about Tommy is losing his Green Ranger powers because it's slowly going away. And then eventually, episode 12 and 13 is when he leaves the team, and he's no longer the Green Ranger. The problem is, though, well, not the problem, it's just the thing is, though, he returns 4 episodes later as a new White Ranger. So, after that, there was a lot of build-up. After, Tommy was there, then we had a very big problem, because the fact is, Jason, Trini, Zach, they left the Power Rangers in episode, what was it? Let me see my notes. Episode 27. They replaced them with Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. Now, here's the thing. They introduced Rocky, Aisha, Adam, in episode, 22, so they basically, 6 episodes, before they replaced Jason, Zach, and Trini. But the problem is, though, it just wasn't a nice build-up. The fact is, Rocky replaced Jason. I like Rocky. I don't hate on his character like most people did. But the fact is, the Red Ranger is always supposed to be the leader. Rocky was no leader. Rocky was like a kid. You told me Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, okay. The leader, not so much. I'm sorry. Rocky was never, to me, the replacement for Jason. Adam was a good replacement for Zach. Aisha got more stuff for, as Trini. I mean, the problem is, though, they didn't develop Aisha. I mean, they didn't develop Trini and Zach too much in the original Mighty Morphin. And they really did not do anything with, really, Aisha this season. They tried to develop them after the main group after, Jason, Zach, and Trini left. And then they tried to focus more on Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. I say the best one out of the bunch that came off better was Adam, just because I feel like his storylines were a little bit better. The fact is, again, it all depends who you replace and what it makes you better. Aisha was a more likable, I'm not saying more likable character than Trini, she had a little bit more stuff to do, but the thing is, though, you can't beat Trini, the first one. So to me, I was just like, ugh. So the season had a lot of great moments, they had a lot of standout moments. The fact is, Tommy became the White Ranger. He lost his Green Ranger powers, and then Rita returns, and then she gets Lord Zedd under a spell to make him fall in love with her. They get married, and then Tommy's gonna have to fight the Green Ranger and all this stuff, which was some fantastic stuff. And they had some more storyline build-ups, and they were doing more progressive storylines. But the problem is, though, the last 6 episodes, they just did nothing. There was not really. Oh, they had this terrible Wild West Power Rangers. I'm sorry, just no. I get it, there's Power Rangers, what you expect from a TV show, and all this stuff. It's just when you look at future seasons later on of other Power Ranger shows, you're going to see a lot more progression of story, a lot more character progression. And the thing is, though, I did enjoy the season. The villains were better. I love Rita and Lord Zedd together. I really like the look of Lord Zedd. We had more storylines for Tommy and his stuff. It's just the fact is that they replaced the Rangers, Jason, Trini, and Zach. And they put these new ones. And the new ones, they didn't really develop well. They didn't even push them well. I believe Season 3 did a lot better with, how Kat became replacement for Kimberly. That felt natural. This one just felt because it was a contract dispute. There's nothing the writers could have done in order to get rid of Jason, in order for the actors Jason, Trini, and Zach to make it more natural in a sense. Maybe they didn't have enough time, but the fact is they okay, maybe I'm wrong about that, but to me, it just didn't feel natural, the replacement. It just felt off to me, and I really feel like the replacement of the Rangers kind of let it down. And if they took a little bit more serious tone, as they did in the first half of season 2, then the second half, it would have been a lot better. But season 2, I'm going to give it a solid B. It was a good season. It wasn't a bad season, it wasn't a terrible season, but it was a good season. So to me, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2, what'd y'all think? Did you think it was a great show? Did you think it was a bad show? What'd y'all think of the season? You think this better than Season 1? I honestly believe this better than Season 1 just because of the fact that we got Lord Zed, Rita, a lot more stuff to do with them. Like that more. I loved a great deal of Lord Zed and Rita's. Just, you could just watch an entire thing of them. There you go. You don't really need to see a lot of the Power Rangers and what they're going through for feelings. I mean, we all had that Kimberly and Tommy love interest and all that stuff. But to me, the show kind of felt a little bit downhill after they replaced the original Dree, Jason, Trini, and Zach. But to me, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2 was a step in the right direction for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it was a better, more focused on story and characters. It's just, again, you're looking for trying to have something perfect in a kid's TV show. It's never going to be, but for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2, it was a good time. But let me know what y'all think, everyone. Thanks, at least offered to everybody. Bye.